How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, a comment that I saw recently and a question was, how do I keep my water filtration methods and water in general from freezing when I'm in a very cold environment like I am right now? How do I, not allow for my things to be damaged? Specifically, if you use a water filter at a source like behind me, it's going to have water in it. So if you just kind of throw it, toss it in your pack and you're hiking, and then overnight you go to sleep and then you wake up, the water will freeze inside of it and break the membrane. So how do you not allow that to happen? Or even your water, if you have water in the middle of the night, or say you get water prior and then you stay the night and you wake up in the morning and it's frozen. You have a plastic bottle or something like that, even a metal bottle. Yeah, you can use fire, but are there other methods to stop that from happening? And yes, so that's what we're going to go over. So let's push right into it. All right, so I'm here at my water source and I need to refill my water container. And it's pretty cold out here. It's probably about 20 degrees. Not just yet. I need gloves. I would if I stay stationary for a little bit of time, but I've just been hiking, so I kind of got my blood moving, so I'm pretty good. But digging into my bag where I specifically need water filtration method for the water behind me, I normally keep it right on top, my water method. I have two bags that it's in. This one is the summertime use, so after you're done with your filter, you can throw your filter into this mesh bag and it can breathe. So it's okay to get airflow. You want it to dry out over time, so that one always stays here. This one is a plastic bag. This one's kind of for wintertime or raining or other adverse effects. Everything for water-wise is kept in here to keep those things out. So I use a Sawyer Squeeze specifically. Really good. I've used these a lot. I've gone through quite a few just by accidentally breaking them or just getting to a point that they're kind of clogged up and everything like that. And they're pretty cheap. They're about $25, $30. So after I utilize this at a water source like this, it's going to have water in it. So I can't just, throw it back in here and say, okay, cool, another 4 or 5 hours, I'll come back to it and, it'll be fine. If it sits in your bag long enough and even though you're moving, it will freeze, especially overnight if you are sleeping. So how I don't allow this item to freeze up is keep it close to my body. Like literally throw it in a pocket, keep it on the inside pocket of a jacket, close to your body heat. When you're sleeping at night, say after you've done a whole day of hiking, utilizing it, keep it in your sleeping bag with you. Don't forget about it in your pack because it will freeze and it will bust or break. And when you take a drink, it will not be pulling out all those microorganisms and everything negative that you don't want to push into your body. While you have this, it will not work. So you can put this close to your body as you're moving. Use that body heat to keep it from freezing. Now, kind of along the same lines of a water bottle. So specifically, I have, a plastic one like this, and then I also, on the side, have a titanium one. I don't mind too much if the titanium one freezes up because I can just heat that up. Plastic, on the other hand, you can't really heat that up. Can't just throw it next to a fire. Could you put it kind of close to it and warm it? Yes, it would take some time. So my method has always been this water, never let it freeze. Always utilize it. Always push water in, water out. So it never gets a chance to freeze, and then you have a good rate of water intake. And then you can fill it up as you go, because it's much harder to warm this up next to a fire or something like that. What happens at night when you want to go to bed? Where do I put this plastic bottle? Same thing is like the filter. Put it in with your sleeping bag. Is it going to be a little cold? Yes, but your body heat will warm it up. Even if you put it off to the side in your sleeping bag away from you, it's still not going to freeze unless you're in some crazy conditions, which is like -50 or something like that. And then that's a whole different ballpark kind of aspect. But relatively, if you keep it close to your body, it's not going to freeze up. And obviously you need water. Water is a primary thing that you need to utilize. Now on the move, what you can do is honestly put a sock over it. Just put an extra sock and it'll keep that insulation, because it's already a temperature. Maybe it's, 40, 50 degrees in here. And once you put that sock, it'll hold the heat a lot better than just say leaving it in the snow or exterior of your pack, it'll definitely freeze up over time. So those are my tips and methods to use, you know, in a colder environment so your water doesn't freeze up, because you need water. You need it. So if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff and want to see more of like adventures back here, we're literally in the middle of nowhere, like 60, 70 miles away from really anybody, maybe occasional snowmobiler kind of coming up here having some fun, but there's no one out here. And I like to share that stuff with you. So if you guys want to see that stuff, definitely hit like, subscribe, consider Patreon, consider PayPal donation. All your money goes back into gear and goes directly into the channel, like audio and visual and stuff like that, and other gear and locations, so you see more out of it. So definitely consider that. If you guys like this stuff, just hit like, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Hope you all have a great day. All right. Guess we can get some water.